Well, it's crashy as hell. So I would say no, it has not come out yet, but 0.8 is released. It has NPCs. This game is 3D Minesweeper. So yeah, Nano built. I just stopped streaming it because it was crashing a lot. So I'm gonna see if he's gonna put out bug fixing updates, and I'll see if I can report those bugs off stream. But like, yeah, I have, and I streamed it next to him. In fact, I mentioned a little while ago that it's a game that I would like to try. All right, so it's Minesweeper rules, so those both have to be bombs, which means that's clear. All these are clear, which means that has to be a bomb. Ah, no, you have to be clear. Of course, I'm clicking the wrong buttons now, which means all these have to be clear. Yeah, no, totally. I completely agree, Nano. I completely agree. So if I click you, it'll highlight the areas that you're touching. So because you're touching those two, those both have to be bombs. Which means that has to be clear. Wait, what? Oh, interesting. So certain ones will overlap, but others won't? Also, it's generating these puzzles every time. So you're touching 0, which means all those are clear. All those are clear. That has to be a bomb. Doesn't work diagonally? Oh, I understand, because that would have been a 2. Okay. Do you play games on Linux, Infinity? I didn't actually know that. So that has to be clear. Which means you have to be a bomb, and you have to be a bomb. So that has to be a bomb? There you go. Which means kind of all the way around the outside here should all be clear. So that has to be a bomb, and you have to be a bomb. Which means all these have to be bombs. Gotcha. Non-Euclidean geometry. At that point, I think I might be out. I mean, this game doesn't have randomly generated levels. These are all pre-designed levels, right? Which means both of those have to be clear, so that has to be a bomb. Oh, wrong button. So those are all my mistakes, I guess. I also like the music. Super chill. That has to be a bomb. Wait, what? Okay, that has to be a bomb then. Didn't realize that that one would go up over the top there. It's the 3D nature of it, you know? Which means you're already touching those two, so those have to be clear. It's counting down the mines, yes. You are stating obvious facts. As you spot mines, it counts down the numbers. Kind of takes a long time to load another one. So we got 8 mines on the map. And I hit the wrong button. Actually, here's 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so it's this here. So I got three fuck ups. I kind of love these little minimalist puzzle games on Steam. I own a lot of them, and I've played a lot of them. I just don't really stream them because for years I've just kind of assumed that no one would want to watch them. But to kind of elaborate on the worst sim realm of Islonia comment from earlier from Nexium, I've owned that game forever. I support the dev on Patreon. I just have never gotten widely into it for one reason or another. So that has to be an explosion. Okay, where the heck do I go from here? Kind of felt like I had to guess there. So those both have to be bombs. So then we're all clear over here. Just kind of thinking it would be that one, but I guess not. Trying to figure out like how to discern certain tiles, right? Because I do really like that countdown feature though. That countdown feature is really nice. Like, how do I know which one is the bomb tile? So I guess it couldn't be this. Yeah, it has to be the outside ones. Because then those would be 2s. So yeah, it has to be the outside ones. Okay. I also like that it is randomly generating the layouts, so there is some replayability to these puzzles. Yeah, Cloaky is one that I would like to go through and stream. All of the games by that one developer actually are all very good in this kind of simplistic, simple, well, not necessarily simple, but interesting little puzzle game. Yeah, because this is the number of puzzles in the game now at the bottom. Like, it's a very short little puzzle game. But, like, I want to say that this game is, like, very cheap, so. So that has to be a bomb right there because of those 2 1s, which means that's clear, and that's clear, and that's clear, that's clear, that's clear, and that's clear. Let's just clear everything out while we're up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm expecting that to be a bomb. That has to be a bomb because of that one. Good stuff. You know, if I were to design video games, I'd want to design games like this, like not particularly complex, but like interesting puzzle games. There's a guessing spot there. I'm not a fan of that. At least it felt like a guess. Okay. Let's try this again. Only having 3 failures does actually make it rather difficult. And I do like that it's re-upping the angles every time, so the puzzles always feel fresh. Like I don't feel like I'm not just speed running the same puzzle, right? Like it is kind of changing up the formula just a little bit. So this one right there, that has to be a bomb. There we go. So you right here, you're touching one more, so that has to be it. This one is touching one more, so that has to be it. And there we go. Got it. Simple and short puzzle games that just kind of like give you an idea, make you think about it, and then don't change up the formula too much from the beginning to the end of the game, and are like a short experience that don't outstay their welcome, if that makes sense. This is not from the same dev as Cloaky, no, but there are a bunch of games that developer has done. This is new. I don't know what this mechanic is. But I'm very much a fan of 2 types of games, which is funky because they're completely different. The first one is I'm a big fan of games that don't outstay their welcome. I really, really, really like games that do something interesting and unique and don't outstay their welcome. So like short, interesting experiences. I really, really like those types of games. I also am a big fan. Oh no. That's all I can say is, oh no. Okay. This just got interesting. Which means you have to be a bomb. This is fucking cool. This is really fucking cool. Like, yeah, no, Then I have to figure out what this last one is. I guess the way to do that would be... Oh, never mind. Oh, it's just open. So we're good. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I really like short puzzle games that have unique mechanics that don't outstay their welcome. You know, like one of my favorite puzzle games ever made is The Witness, but I think that The Witness's biggest sin is that it's a fucking 40-hour game. I think that if The Witness was like a 7-hour game, I think that game would be borderline perfect, in my opinion. Interesting. entirely certain I understand what they mean by this, but... But I love that style of puzzle game. I've been a bit quieter the past few weeks. Well, that's interesting. I mean, my microphone's the same volume it usually is. So I don't really understand what these brackets mean. Not entirely certain I understand this mechanic. Let's just clear that. It's like everything in that line is clear, which means that has to... Okay, so like if everything in this one line is clear, that means that would have to be the bomb. Okay, I get it. So everything in this line is clear, meaning that's the bomb. So that's... Okay, then that's irrelevant. Which means there's no bombs next to that one, and then there's no bombs in that entire line. All right. I get it. Okay, cool. That's simple enough. Which means there's two bombs. One somewhere in this direction and one somewhere in this direction. Which means both of those are the bombs. Neat. Ooh, really? Oh, interesting. You're a 4. 1 would already be that one, so probably that one. Which means that's clear. You're already touching 1. Really? Okay. Duh, all right. I need to like remind myself constantly how this works. The fact that it counts down. My brain is so programmed to normalize Minesweeper. Old habits die hard. Let's just fail this out. It has to be that one because that one. It has to be that one. So there's nothing in that direction. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. It's like my brain just like goes into the, yes, this is Minesweeper mode, and then I just fuck it up. Because there's nothing else in that line. So that should all be clear then? Like, hold on. Let's just fail this out real quick. There we go. Interesting. But those both have to be bombs because of that. Let's clear that. Both of you. You have to be a bad thing. We'll clear that. That has to be it. puzzle's much easier if done from this side. It's interesting. I never really thought that I had like a old habits die hard Minesweeper brain, but I guess I do. Kind of in a way. This is one of those games that was recommended by a puzzly friend of mine, and he said that initially the mechanic of things counting down is a royal pain in the ass, but when you get used to it, you learn to love it, and I can totally see that. Because it communicates so much more information than classic Minesweeper. And there we go. Look at that. So there's 0 in that line all the way down to there. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes my stream isn't very phone friendly, unfortunately. Really? I'll try my best to also kind of like explain the buttons that I'm talking about. So one in this route has to be, so that has to be the bad one. That's a neat mechanic. Damn. Oh man, if only I knew that in advance. Cool little puzzle game. So I wonder if that counts for all the way along here? Don't think so. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, let's just fail that out. I just was curious. Oh, interesting. That goes up that way? Oh, God. There has to be a bomb in this direction, so that has to be it because of this one on the corner here. Whoa, okay. I also like that it changes out the little beep boops. I figured that because of the arrow pointing down, that one would be clear. So because of the arrows up and down, because there's only one up and down on either side, that both of those had to be the red squares. One of those two, but I don't have enough information yet. That was kind of a guess on that one, but it was more likely to be that one. Clearing a bunch of stuff. One's touching you, so that has to be it. That's the bomb. Because that's 0 right there. Oh, and I clicked the wrong button. I'm used to being able to like click and hold and think about things, but it doesn't let me do that. Yeah, I wish that Twitch had a zoom video function. It would be really nice. Twitch is very much lacking. Oh, geez. Twitch is very much lacking, I think, in modern video player features and functions. And I really wish that wasn't the case. Because I think that Twitch is very much worse off. The moment I fuck up once, I just want to reset. But I am genuinely really liking these puzzle mechanics. These are really cool. Interesting. Hey, Dreadvik. Welcome to some late night puzzle stuffs. Ah. Yeah, I'm almost surprised that like zoom in on all picture isn't like just a standard phone feature, not necessarily a features feature or a specific player's feature, you know? So there certainly are some similarities from puzzle to puzzle, even after resets. I like that I can still just straight up use Minesweeper logic too to just kind of like logic my way through the odds of these puzzles. Like, it's still very much a Minesweeper game. Like, it might be 3D, it might be kind of a little bit crazy, but it's still just a Minesweeper game. Which is why I'm still terrible at it. But that's okay. All of those three was all that was left. That has to be a bomb because it's the only one left on this side. All of you are clear. That has to be it. I only have one failure left, so. Has to be that one, so that's clear. You're only touching the one left. Ah, damn it. Again, old Minesweeper habits die hard, I'm telling you. I keep on trying to like right click and think about it. It's like forcing me out of Minesweeper habits. I don't like it. Let me have my old habits, damn it. I know what that top one's always gonna be. One of the finals that's left. Let's just fail that out. That's also one of the ones that always seems to be the case on this puzzle. But how's things, Dredvik? Yeah, on small standard devices, I think it should more or less be standard. Standard functionality at this point. Just like as a basic accessibility feature too. And we know how big of a loudmouth I am about accessibility features. There are points where I do honestly feel the need to guess. It's like, how am I supposed to know what that one was? When these are only giving me directional based information. I'm probably just missing something. Like I don't fully understand the mechanics. Like I feel like it's on me, not on the game. I could be wrong though. Like currently I'm just kind of giving the game benefit of the doubt that, oh, I just don't understand something. Well, you have to be a bad. You're touching 3, so all those 3 clear it. Those 2 are clear because of that 0. That has to be clear, so that has to be our bomb. That's clear. And that's our bomb. These are both clear. Those are both clear. Those are both bombs because that's explaining that. That has to be a bomb. And that we know that corner one's a bomb. I don't know how I'm supposed to figure out how that corner one's a bomb, aside from trial and error. So chat, if you guys know how I'm supposed to know that that's a bomb and can explain that, that would be interesting. But I can't figure that out. You have to be a bomb. Like it adds a lot of unique mechanics, but still has some of those same problems that Minesweeper does, which I think is interesting. I guess if I push this over here. That one's a bomb. That's the bomb. That one's clear. Okay, so they give me more failures here. There's a magnifier under the window, under the accessibility options. Yeah, most phones have like a magnifier, but like some video players, like YouTube, will just straight up like let you take 2 fingers and then pinch outwards to zoom out or zoom in, which is a very helpful little thing. We were checking out some Ultima Ratio Regum earlier, but it was very crashy, which is very disappointing. So I had to, you know, kind of step away from that for a little bit. Which means that should be clear. Just after the second to last crash. Yeah, I like to think I have a pretty high tolerance for bugs, but there kind of like it is a point with crashes where I'm like, eh. There's kind of a point where I'm just like, yeah, that's about as much as I can handle today. That has to be a bomb. Why did I click the wrong button on there then? That's clear. Ah. Morning, Zychrom. We were playing another game, but it was crashy, so I decided to check out this little Minesweeper-esque game instead, which was recommended to by a friend of mine who likes puzzle games a lot. Certainly has had some mechanics so far that's taking some getting used to, but I'm enjoying this so far. Kind of using these as scanners, it's fun. I guess that's about as much information as we can get out of the corners. What's the aim? I mean, it's the same as Minesweeper. It's a very short game. I picked this up on the Steam sale. It's like 80 cents. The developer who made this makes a lot of short puzzle games. It doesn't have a lot of levels, but it is a Minesweeper. It's basically three-dimensional Minesweeper. So as mines are exposed in the red squares, the tiles touching adjacently count down. So if you've played Minesweeper, the aim's pretty clear. Okay. And then there's a lot of added, or a decent number of added mechanics. Like you can kind of move these around. Yeah, like I said, this was recommended by a few people. Really? Oh, I see. Never mind. You're 0. I read that as a 1. So this one, that has to be our bomb. So now you're clear. You're both clear. You're touching 2, so both of these have to be bombs. And this one depicts that one as the last one. Yeah, the numbers changing is like hurting my brain, but like I like the feature. Whoa. Okay. There's our starting spot. But yes, no, I do agree that the numbers changing is kind of confusing. It fucks with my head because I'm, you know, just so used to. Ah, fuck. That was just a misclick. So you want everything to be 0, basically. If you clear the numbers, then they become a 0. But like I said earlier, on one hand, yes, the numbers changing is confusing as hell at first. But I kind of trust Twinge when he says that you'll learn to love it. And I kind of am. Because when I was streaming Minesweeper the other day, Twinge popped in, and this was one of the games that he recommended that was, like, if you like Minesweeper but games. And this is, like, I fully understand what he's saying with this, because, dang it, again, wrong button. The other one that has come across as very heavily recommended is Hex Cells. Which I will have to try. Those are both have to be bad things. That has to be a bad thing. It's gotta be that one, right? Yeah. Like I said earlier, Minesweeper logic just straight up works here. Guess we've got this side done. It's just this bit now. Well, that can't be it because that's 0. So that has to be the bomb. There we go. Got her done. It's a nice little puzzle game, though. I like it. I got an achievement. How far in am I? I'm almost halfway through the video game. I don't understand this new mechanic at all. Let's just reset this. Because there's 0 arrows on both sides of those. That can't be it. That has to be it, though. I mean, that has to be the bomb because of that one. Oh, okay, so it's the corners. I get it. So they're arrows. Okay, I thought it was like in a box. I was like, why is it in a box? Oh, I get it. It's the arrows. So it's something on one of the corners, which means that has to be clear. And I guess that's not clear. Interesting. Okay, but I get it. Okay. Let's just reset this. Chad, if you like such games, you might want to try other games. Tetrabot and Co. You recommend Tetrabot and Co. I'll have to throw that onto my list. I don't know, chat. Like, kind of honest question. Do you guys like streams of games like this? Because this is something that I've been experimenting with very recently, specifically for the late night streams. And, like, you know, evenings. Do you guys enjoy these puzzle games? Because they're not very commonly streamed. You do? Okay. That was my bad, but... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's try this again. Interesting. God, that's neat. Good background vibes. I mean, it's good for my late night brain. So relaxing. That's one way to put it, yeah. I want this soundtrack though. Not necessarily like on vinyl or anything crazy, but like I want it just to listen to. It's like meditation music. What? So what the heck's indicating that that's not? I guess just Minesweeper logic. That's tricky. I love how I've gotten these first try every time. I don't know if that's just luck or if I'm guessing accurately. Do do do. Yeah, no, totally. Like, I think like the big fear with streaming these types of games is like backseating. But I don't think that the people who watch me really backseat games much. Why did I right click that? Let's just power through those. I'm trying to like figure out this game's logic. Better than I already have. It's like that has to be it and that has to be it because Minesweeper logic. But what I don't understand is why is that it? I mean, I know that that's... It's interesting. Okay. I'm trying to figure out like how the game is communicating that to me. It has to be in some way. I haven't figured out how it's doing that yet. I also like the little arrows, that everything in this line is clear. I like that mechanic a lot. You're only touching those two, so those both have to be. You're only touching those two, so both of those two have to be red. That's clear and that's clear. Which means both of those aren't. Ah. Wrong. Got it. I should get back into Line. Line was a puzzle game that I got way into for a minute. Okay, so this communicates because there's a bomb here, there's a bomb here, and a bomb here. That immediately, because this one's clear, and so the corners are the only places where bombs can be on this side, so that immediately communicates to me that everything else here is safe. Cool. Let's go around all these zeros until it exposes something. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I am starting to like the countdown mechanic. A whole lot. That one there. That one there. That's a little bit less descriptive. I guess it's the middle one. Got unlucky. Games don't usually have puzzles that will stick out from the rest of the game opposed to story games. Even if viewers remembered a solution and you were stuck. Yeah, no, I would agree. I mean, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like Myst or something like that where people are like, didn't you remember what the lever do? Ah. Although I've never actually finished Myst. I think it's more of just people are irrational, or streamers are, I think, are kind of irrationally afraid of people getting annoyed that the streamer can't figure out a certain mechanic, which I think is kind of a legitimate concern. So that has to be red. That has to be red, and so does that because of this guy right here, which means that's clear, and that's clear, and that's clear. So you right here, that has to be a problem. Those are both clear. That has to be a problem, so we'll deal with that. This one right here, that one right there. Ah, and that one right there. That has to be clear because of the zero pointing down. So then you. I'm done. I was watching a friend. Mist and chat backseating is at the front of my brain right now because I was watching a friend of mine stream real Mist for the first time the other day, which was funny because it was Wonderbots, who's a streamer who I really enjoy watching. He does a lot of stuff on YouTube as well, and he does streams with his partner, and she was kind of right behind him, and she's a big fan of Myst and Riven and all those games, and she was like just sitting there literally like accidentally spoiling shit when it was like her one job was to just not spoil it. He's just like, I'm gonna like close this puzzle and like stare at this book until you guys stop spoiling shit. It's like, I realize everybody here, their mother's beaten this game 50 times, but I haven't, so stop it. It was pretty funny. Okay. Now that we've kind of exposed all of the potential spots, that has to be a bomb, and so does that, because this one on the diagonals and then this one right there. I think this might... I think I love every single feature about this game, actually. It's a really nice take on this style of puzzle. I still like classic Minesweeper, but... Ooh, okay, that's rude. Kinda was hoping the game wouldn't do that, but then it did. It's also like messing with the layouts every time, so like the numbers do change. I don't know how dramatic the variations are. There's a little bit of replayability here. Oops. I actually clicked on the wrong tile. I'm afraid of people getting annoyed when you can't figure things out IRL and when showing something to a handful of people and you as a streamer, you're showing it to many more people, so I guess the concern is normal. Yeah, totally. You have to look at his VOD then. Yeah, I think they're up on YouTube by this point too. Yeah, I really enjoy Wonderbot's streams. Interesting. Okay. Oh, crap. This is a tricky start. This is a really tricky start. Suddenly these puzzles are getting harder. I think that's the point of a puzzle game though, yeah? There we go. That's a bunch of good progress right there. I like that. You're still touching 3, so those 3 all have to be gone. Those are all safe. That's the one that's left, which means you have to be red. So it has to be you, because that one's touching 2. So that's clear. That's red, and that's red. It's an easy one. Once I kind of got that start down, it revealed itself pretty quick. I like starting with the 0. That's good stuff. Because starting with the 0 feels a lot more like classic Minesweeper to me. So it's what I'm used to. Although something I will say about puzzle games is I think that people are actually a lot more tolerable of streamer dumb moments on Twitch than they are on YouTube. Because on Twitch, I think if people get kind of frustrated with somebody not being able to figure something out, they just stay quiet, in my experience. Usually. Whereas on YouTube, they'll scream at you in the comments. Like, maybe I'm generalizing against people on YouTube a little bit much, but... Good stuff. You have to shower. See you in a bit. Cheers, if I'm still on. YouTube comment culture spreads to their streaming. Oh, you mean like of the streamer? I mean, I've certainly gotten negative comments on YouTube videos that have made me less interested in playing that game in the future. Certainly. But I think that a YouTube channel has to be a lot bigger than the stream for the YouTube comments to really spread into a stream, although I'm gonna do my best to keep YouTube style commenting the hell out of this stream. It's all about odds. There's one bomb left, so it's that? Yeah, there we go. It's like, 'cause that's the only tile that's touching both of those, so it has to be the last one. Whoa, this is interesting looking. Ah, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna screw that one up a little bit. Because I know how I screwed it up, I just clicked the wrong button. Okay. I think it's just because people on YouTube don't necessarily realize that the person making the video looks at the comments, or there's very much a culture on YouTube where people just kind of assume that the creator of the video will never see the comments, so they talk about the video rather than talk to the creator. And I think often people communicate very differently when they're talking about something versus talking to someone about something that they made, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's something that I've certainly noticed. If that makes any sense? Like if I'm talking with somebody about something, those both have to be red. If I'm talking with somebody about something, I'm probably more likely to be critical about that thing. Okay. I don't know if there's a button to just automatically expose all of a certain mine, but if there is, I haven't found it, and I wish that I wish that existed. Oh fuck. I keep on like hitting the wrong button. Well, that's that side dealt with. Interesting. Just gonna fuck this up. Can't fix me clicking the wrong button on my mouse. If I do that, I've just done that, and that's about it. Oh, I see. That 0 there shows that that's clear, so that obviously, yeah, okay, that actually makes sense. I did screw that up poorly. Okay. Ah, darn. Old Minesweeper habits for a second there. Both due to lack of interaction as well as the explanation of something foreseeable that you could speed up, like backseating / spoilering if you want in the video or not. Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, no, I honestly don't think that a lot of negative interactions that people have with creators on the internet, or crappy relationships that creators have with their comment sections, I often think it's not necessarily on the fault of another of the person leaving the comment. I think often there's a reason behind the way people talk on the internet. I don't think it's anywhere near as negative as a lot of people often take it to be. It's, you know, there's so many different languages and things that need to be accounted for, and ways that people communicate online that's different than how we communicate in person. All right, how do I figure this last bit out? I have 2 fuck-ups, so. I think this is the time we get it. Ah. Here I am, still screwing stuff up. Man, I guess that's like the one real feature I wish that this game had, was the, like, I like the countdown feature. It's really grown on me, but I wish it had I really, really, really wish that it had a, like, expose all zeros button. Oh, come on. Again, that's a wrong click on my behalf. That was my own fault. Got him. Hello, Donk. How are we doing? 3D Minesweeper? Yeah, kind of. 3D Minesweeper with some interesting mechanics. This game was pretty short. We're like halfway through it. And how long have I been playing? An hour? Yeah, so it's a pretty short game. But it's like 80 cents on Steam right now. One, two, three, four, five. Let's see, what are you actually touching? Both of those are red. It's one of those two for this side. That has to be clear, which means you're a bum. This is neat. This is really, really neat. I keep saying that this is just neat, but it really is. Which means both of those have to be clear because it's on the angles. That's your bomb. Which means we're clear. Yeah, we don't see, I don't see JJamGM emotes here too often. Okay, so now these are the opposite of diagonals. So the diagonal ones are little arrows in the corners. These are flat, so, okay, cool. Which means all of this is clear, because these are all zeros. Which means you're clear. You have to be clear because of all those zeros. Means that has to be our bomb, our starter bomb. There's our bomb, which means both of those are clear. That's a bomb, which means that's clear. Both of these have to be bombs. That's clear. That has to be a bomb, so those are both clear. That has to be a bomb. That was a guess, but I guessed right. You have to be a bomb because of this one, which means that's clear. Cool. All right, cool. I get it. We can move on. Chat, are we following? Like, if anybody misses a mechanic explanation and you're confused, I can re-explain it. Oopsies, that was a straight up misclick. Awkward. Misclick indeed, yes. The worst kind of clicks. Almost as bad as high school clicks. I'm powering through this level. Like a boss. There you go. What was that? First try, I think? I think I got one mistake on that. How many achievements do I have left? I got 3 of 8. There's probably a bunch for, like, completing the game without failing. Okay, so everything in that line is clear. Puts you as a bomb. It's gotta be this one, right? No, it's definitely not that one. It's like, it's gotta be that one. No? Okay. There's our final one on that side. Let's clear all those zeros. Zeros all the way up the side. That makes our life a lot easier, actually. Means you have to be a bomb because of that one right there. So I can clear these. Yet another bomb. The zeros are so nice to see. It's just like normal Minesweeper, where I'm just immediately like, yes! Zeros! Levels got a lot easier all of a sudden. I have a feeling they're about to get way harder. What do the bar lines? Like these ones with the zeros? So if it's a flat bar, then it's... So if there's a flat bar here, here, and here, it means it's one of the ones on the flat side. If they're little triangles, it means it's one of the ones on the corners. Oh. Let's just fail that. So with this one, there is a... this is unknown, this is unknown, this is unknown. But those two, one of these two is a bomb. So if they were around the little corners here and they were diagonally, it would, instead of be the flat sides, it would be the ones on the diagonal. And because of this tile down here, both these are bombs, which means that's clear. Clear and clear. Also clear. So we don't, this is an unknown. This is a question mark because this doesn't display anything that's here. That's a known though. So now I can clear all of these. So this one has 2 more that it's touching, so both of those are clear. That's that side down there. So this one here, that's the last one it's touching, so clears that. Those are both clear. That has to be our bomb. That has to be clear, and then that has to be the final one. I hope that that helps, Infinity. So then these ones, everything in the line all the way across on that flat surface is clear. That was kind of a misclick. Yeah, we're powering through this cute little game. Let's just clear the puzzles. Reset this one. Why did I right click? Okay. There we go. Tisk. Well, that's nice to know. Had a feeling My feeling was accurate. So this one is only touching one that's left. So it's you, and you, and you. I think officially the countdowns have stopped messing with my brain. I think I can just enjoy the game now. Finally. I have achieved the ability to comprehend the puzzles of this video game. So that have to be it. I have to be it. Oh, crap. I'm trying to just like fuck this one up and it's not letting me. I just want to reset. If there's a quick reset button, I haven't found it yet. Kind of would like a quick restart button somewhere, but if there is one, I haven't found it. Hey, Kirby. We were checking out Ultima Ratio Regum, but it was very crashy, so I'm playing 3D Minesweeper. Make yourself at home. Or cozy. One of the two. For the last late night stream of the year. The ones on those surfaces are a little frustrating. Really 4. Yeah, slightly different number of rules. So when a bomb is exposed, the number counts down, telling you how many more bombs you need to expose in that area, which is kind of helpful and really confusing initially. But it's starting to make more sense. If there is a little bracket pointing this way on this angle, it means that everything on that level all the way across is clear. If there's flat lines, it means that that bomb only exposes the ones that are lit up right now. So this area, I know for a fact there's no bomb there and there's no bomb there. If they were little greater than and less than symbols on the angles, it would be the same as this except on the corners. But yes, the counting down numbers has been a challenge. But I'm working my way through it. Also, this game's like 90 cents, by the way, on the Steam sale, so. Okay, well, this one is near 3 already, so I know all 3 of those are bombs. So both of those are clear. That one has to be a bomb. That has to be clear. Which means both of those have to be clear. So that has to be our last bomb for this spot. So that has to be a bomb because of that 1. But you still say 1. What? Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, this one exposes the angles. These ones expose the flat sides. It's like I'm literally explaining this mechanic, then I'm forgetting it in real time. which means then that's clear. So this one's pointing at 1, so that would be exposing 2, which means this has to be a bomb. So then those are clear. This one is exposing 2 on the angles, and because it's only touching 2 on 2 angles, both of those are bombs. So that's clear. This one is exposing 1, so that has to be a bomb, and then that has to be the last one. Can't be all 3. It can't be all 3, even though there's only 3 that it could possibly be. Can't be all 3. I kind of wish there was more puzzles with buttons. Those buttons are neat. Okay, so that's the last one you're exposing. It can't be all 3. And I don't know what else it fucking well could be. It was kind of a guess, but lucky guess. Really? Okay. Really? Okay. I'm about to fail. Watch me, instead of failing, first try this shit. First try. Got it. Like a boss. Messes with your expectations and the counting down numbers. Yeah, I mean, it's... Wait until it does this. So this, right now, is touching 2 bombs. Now it's touching none. So all of these are clear. So I can clear all 4 of those. Then push this button. And now I have more information. So now it's touching 3, so all 3 of those are bombs. So then if I open this up again, that's clear, and that's clear. Like, this, it's doing a lot, and it's neat. It's really neat. So this one's only touching 1 more tile, so we know that's a bomb. So I can push the button again and get some more information. It's really damn cool. So this is only exposing those 2, and it's touching 2 bombs, so both of those are bombs, which means that's clear. And this is exposing all 4 corners, which means that's clear. This is only touching the 1, which means that's a bomb. So this is now touching 2, so we're out of information. So let's push the button and see what it gives me. Both of those are clear. Push this button again. We know what the last bomb is there. Pop that back out. We know that's clear. That's clear. That's clear. So this comes back in. That has to be the last bomb. You're clear. Clear all the way to the side. This is touching 1 bomb, so one of these 2 is a bomb. This one is here. That has to be the bomb. So that means you must be clear. You're only touching 2. Both of these are bombs. That's a bomb because there's a 1 left, and there's only 1 left that it's touching. Pop this out. It's got to be those 2, which means you're clear. And that's our bomb. It's super fucking cool. Not hard, but super fucking cool. Okay, so it flips now. It's a flippy mechanic. But yeah, no, like, if I click this, this is the number of puzzles in the game down here, and that's the one that we're on. So We've powered through all of these. Oh, pff. So I can clear quite a bit of this. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just thinking. The brain juices are flowing. Do, do, do. So you have to be a bomb, but you have to be clear. You have to be a bomb, but you have to be clear. Let's see what gives us the most information. You have to be clear, you have to be clear, and you have to be clear. Means that's our bomb. I'm gonna fail something along here. But once I get one, we're good. They're all handcrafted, yeah. There isn't any randomly generated levels in this game. It is 80 cents though, to be clear. Like it's a very cheap, short puzzle game. There's a lot of these kind of minimalist, short as hell puzzle games, and I kinda love them. They're sort of a, I think guilty pleasure is maybe the wrong word. Fuck. I misread that. Guilty pleasure is the wrong word, but I really, really, really like this style of kind of just small puzzle games. And there's, like I said, there's kind of a lot of them on Steam. So this is the corners, so both of those have to be danger. Simple pleasure, sure. I don't know if I necessarily say simple. That's a bomb. But yeah, no, this is like cotton candy for me. It's just I could play these games forever. Here's the thing though, they're not necessarily easy. Like some of these little games can get quite complicated, but it's like it's just no bullshit. It's like here's puzzles, do puzzles. It's kind of nice to just play a game like that every now and again. Because, you know, I play a lot of really complex systems-driven stuff, and it's sometimes nice to just, like, play something that's more in the, just, you know, just fucking shut up, sit down, tuck in your pants, and do some puzzles. That's nice sometimes. Fuck. Ah, and I saw the solution there, too. Tisk. Do, do, do. Ah. That was a lot of fuck-ups right there. So it has to be that and that. On both sides. But yeah, no, I would agree, I would agree with that, Corvius. And like, these games don't really fit the evening stream very much, in my opinion. But they do fit the night streams. Very much so. Kind of just want to finish this lower part. Because I feel like if I get this lower part done, then these upper bits will be easier. I feel like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Don't have any misclicks left. All right. We're clearing. We're clearing. We're clearing. Yeah, I'm starting to really understand why they have the countdown feature. It's like, it is very confusing initially, having to like, unlearn how to play Minesweeper. But I'm really starting to enjoy this mechanic. That being said, I think that if I were to ever go back, or like the next time I go back to playing normal Minesweeper, because, you know, I'm going to play normal Minesweeper again. I don't think I need it in normal Minesweeper, but in the 3D space here, this mechanic is almost necessary, I think. Like it's extremely helpful in the 3D space. I slept for 3 hours or so. So still awake isn't entirely accurate. Okay, so bottom half is done. I got no fuck ups though, so. So all three of those are bombs. Which means you're clear. That's a bomb. That's a bomb. So you're clear. So that's it for that side. So it's just us solving this bit. I like that even though there's more tiles on the far side over there, I can't... They're not exposed at all. So that's really interesting. It's like, even though there's nothing exposed, it's not screwing with the stuff that is in my line of sight, which I think's neat. First try. Not really. Well, good morning, Danny. Yeah, no, we messed around a little bit with Ultima Ratio Regum, which is very unfinished. I mean, this game isn't new, but it's new to me. It's handcrafted levels, 3D Minesweeper, basically. And it's like 90 cents on the Steam sale. So one of those two is a bomb. Quite nice for 90 cents, that's for sure. You know, also not the most content, right? There's only so much you can kind of get out of these handcrafted levels, but certainly fair for the asking price from what I've seen. The kind of big Minesweeper-esque games on Steam are this and a game called Hex Cells. There's also Square Cells, which people didn't like as much. But Hex Cells is a game that I'm going to have a look at sooner rather than later. I mean, I've played a bit of Hex Cells, but there's a version of Hex Cells that doesn't have handcrafted levels, and then a version that does. There's Hex Cells, and then there's Hex Cells Infinite. Hex Cells Infinite does generate you levels, a la Minesweeper. Ah, fuck. Okay, Tauquin. What are you asking / suggesting? Man, y'all are getting screwed over there. I mean, dude, like, I would say that that's probably still a fair price. I'd pay $4 for this for what I've played so far. I mean, it seems to have about 2 hours of puzzles in it, which is pretty fair, I think. Ah, come on. Infected Planet. I think I own it. Wait, that's the Kit Fox. Is that the Kit Fox published one, or am I thinking of the other Infected Planet? No, I don't own it. I think I owned it on another Steam account. Let's see, is it the game I'm thinking of? You mean Infested Planet? Yeah, Infested Planet, not Infected Planet. Ah! That was loud. Yeah, I'm familiar with this game. No, I haven't played this, actually. I do recall seeing it on Steam like a million years ago, though. I don't know if it's something I'd stream. I mean, maybe I'd do it for like a late night stream. Why? Is it a game you've played? Do you give it your recommendation? So this says that both of these are clear. So that has to be it. But, I mean, can't really say no to like $1.30, right? So that has to be a bomb. Not that that's super helpful. So that has to be clear because of you. Both of those have to be clear, and that has to be our bomb. Man, the perspective is still throwing me off. Not in a bad way. It's like I'm still like trying to figure out how the perspective works. So both of those have to be bombs because it's those two that are left. Picked it up a couple of days ago and you put like 10 hours. Oh, really? Gotcha. Okay. We'll keep it in mind. I mean, like it's a game I'm aware of. That's for sure. Like I remember seeing it come out back in 2014. Cause like back in those days, like you'd get 3 or 4 releases on Steam a week. So whenever a game would pop up on Steam, it was always like, oh my God, there's a new game on Steam. Holy shit, what is it? I mean, like I always go back to one of my moderators, Jerome Stout. Neat dude. What? Anyway, he has a game on Steam, but he put his game on Steam back when it was still really difficult to get games on Steam. And his game's called Dinner Date. And I remember when it came out because there was a new game on Steam. And I remember when he first came into this channel and was hanging out. And he mentioned, he's like, yeah, I have a game out on Steam. I'm like, oh, what's it called? And I knew what it was. And it blew his mind that I knew what it was. Man, this center bit is what keeps screwing with me. It's important to get that, though, so then I can discern that that is the bomb. Whereas all of these are clear. Because the 0 that's touching it, same with those. So both of those are clear because it's 0. Which means that's our bomb. That has to be the bomb. So you're clear. It's almost as much as I think we can do from here. Yeah, no, I mean, the Steam sales are going on until January 5th, so yeah. Jerome Stout is the person who made Dinner Date. If that's what you're asking. Which is one of the best alcoholism simulators I think I've ever played. I don't know if that's necessarily a glowing review, but... Which means you're clear. Well, at least that's that side done. Interesting. I clicked on a tile and I heard the sound, but didn't actually expose the tile. You're only touching those two, so both of those have to be it. You have to be it. Both of you have to be it. That's our bomb and we're clear. No, not Stone. Jerome Stout. He's a VIP in the chat. He was a mod for a while, but he's now working on a game called Blightbound, which is in Steam Early Access. Oh, hey. Yeah, dinner date. I mean, dinner date's a hard one to recommend, even though I like the game quite a lot. The reason it's a hard one to recommend is because it's literally like 20 minutes long. Which makes it a tricky... Okay, so it's both of those two. Which makes it a tricky game to recommend to people, even on sale. Even though I think it's really cool. This is a big thinky one. It's kind of interesting. Once you kind of have the formula down, you can just kind of like rotate it and like work your way through things slowly. Only so much though. I wasted a click. God dang it. Gotta love the upside down numbers though. Yeah, the game was Infested Planet, not Infected Planet. What? Really? There's a lot of mines in this one. Oh, jeez. Alright, yeah, so that's about how far left we have. Could probably just finish this. I wasn't planning on beating this whole game today, but we could do that. That was actually a misclick. Yeah, I think this is just gonna be a matter of rotating these until we expose things. A 0 turns to a 2, so obviously the two that are touching it now that weren't touching it before must both be problems. I keep on expecting it to start making music. Like, not just like the single tunes, but I keep on expecting it to suddenly spring into song. Music is so subtle. Shucks. Let's come back to that one. Wait a second. Another misclick. probably clear quite a bit here. I'm getting just like everything cleared. Damn. But yeah, Talquin, thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for reminding me that that game existed. I don't know if it's something I'll pick up, but it's nice to know people are having fun with old games. That is kind of the, like, I guess the, not necessarily unsung, but one of the beauties of Steam. It's like almost an archive now for PC gaming. Almost. Fuck. I like this one, but this one's a pain in the butt. Start off with the zeros. And that's kind of where we need to go from here, is just get zeros and then start clearing. And then when you run out of options, rotate, keep going. You'd never heard of it before, you just watched someone streaming it the other day and he's playing on the hardest difficulty and was specifically added by the original developer because the old hardest wasn't enough for him. Oh, interesting. I'll believe it. It's neat to, okay, that's actually a neat little tidbit, because not only is the dev still actively around and thinking about their game, but like updating it for streamers. That's kind of neat. That's actually really neat. That makes me really, that gives me kind of the warm and fuzzies a little bit. As somebody who's played games over the years that are abandoned, stuff like that makes me happy. Oh shit, 3D Rubik's. It's not really Rubik's, it's more Minesweeper. But how's things, Picture Point? Also, all Rubik's Cubes are 3D. By the way, sir. That's why it's a Rubik's Cube, otherwise it would be a Rubik's Page or something. Ah, fuck. That was a misclick. God damn it. Okay. Making a lot of progress on this one. Ooh, okay, I think that's all that I can do by rotating like this. $2D Rubik's are those 3x3 sliding games? Yeah, actually, that's not too far off. I don't know if I 100% agree with that. But yes, that is a lot close. That is pretty close to that definition for sure. So I could figure that out by rotating that side. So anyone that's the bottom two are red can very easily just clear those. So this one's a question mark, but this one, I can go down here and clear both of those. And then all three of those, clear that. How was the Escape from Tarkov stream, Picture Point? How has the Tarkov been? Also, how are you liking that their metro? It's the end bit that's difficult. Very much the end. That's kind of the challenge for me, like these end pieces. But once you have a few zeros around, things get a lot easier. But it's certainly helpful to have a few zeros. So you have to be a bomb because that's the only one that you're touching. You have to be a bomb. Because on that angle, that's also the only one that you're touching. There's a bunch of clear stuff up here. Guaranteed bombs, safe clicks. Same with that. The difficulty does like kind of vary from puzzle to puzzle. Both of those have to be bombs. And done. It's been blowing you away. Did you play the other ones? Because you're playing Exodus, yeah? Oh no. See, now we straight up have a Rubik's Cube. Ah, crap. Let's just click that a bunch. I love these upside down numbers. They're kind of funny. Oh, it's your first one? I would heavily recommend if you could get the first Metro, play that one. If you can get your hands on the first Metro, heavy recommendation from me. A lot more linear than the later Metro games. And you know me, I'm not really someone to get excited for new video games, but that new Stalker looks really good. Okay, so there's a bomb on this side here. Making progress. Those both have to be bombs. There you go. So that's that piece right there. Let's just try and get this top side finished. Just try and clear as much of what I can see as possible instead of rotating it immediately. Oh, I see. Minesweeper logic. Listen to the Minesweeper logic, you silly. Yeah. This is like a lot easier once I've cleared that side. Okay. I was figuring it would be like that other puzzle where it kind of wants you to solve this flat bit first, but it's a lot easier once you have these top pieces done. Because then I can just like rotate it that way and be like, oh, well, obviously all of this is safe. That's definitely a bomb, and then that's obviously safe. That's safe, and that's a bomb. What am I missing? I'm missing one side somewhere. There it is. Well, you're obviously safe because it's all of these zeros are touching you. And you're a bomb. So then you're safe, and then you're a bomb. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh boy. This gonna be busy. I was gonna say, let's just rotate these until I see zeros. So that has to be a bomb. Ah, fuck. That was me trying to click on that blue thing, but I misclicked it. So many misclicks today. Ah, okay. Well, all of those have to be bombs because of all this. Which means that's clear. Which means if I push this button, that doesn't help me at all. Okay. Which means if I push this button, it doesn't help me at all. Be nice if it did, but it certainly does not. I'm surprised though. No one has told me to go to bed. I have gotten one. Oh my god, you're still up this evening? I haven't gotten a single go to bed yet. Maybe we don't need that go to bed after emote after all. Man, all these ones and zeros are very much helping with these lower bits. Suddenly it's like solving them is a breeze. At 5 a.m.-ish? Are you on like a vacation or forced stay-at-home time? It's a very 2020 thing to do, I mean. I am an adult. I mean, doesn't stop people. From telling me to go the fuck to sleep. It's never stopped people before. Why would it stop people now? What? Oh, duh. Of course you're also facing this. When I do that up and I screw up, I just immediately want to like reset because it's like I need those moves for later. Okay, this is important. Kind of wish that there was a hotkey to like speed some of this up. Yeah, I understand the nocturnal sentiment. I've never been. I'm not a nocturnal person. I'm simply a. I can sleep whenever and it doesn't really affect me person. So like, I can be on a nocturnal schedule. I can also not. It doesn't really bother me one way or another. Like, I did night shift for years with kind of no real issue. I mean, like, you know, living with a girlfriend and 2 cats is gonna be hard if you're working night shift, obviously, and it was, but, like, I've never really had any particular body clock. I think my body just kind of does whatever the fuck. Okay. I'm making progress now. Some degree of progress. Well, that helps. Even if it's just a little bit. It's gotta be that one. And it wasn't! Game, you got me. But yeah, no, I have to keep my meals and food intake on a pretty strict schedule these days for health reasons. And so that kind of impacts my sleep a little bit. Recently, though, like, my sleep has been weird. And not really because I'm a night person or a day person. It's got kind of nothing to do with that. It's mostly just because depression sucks. And it's much easier for me to just, like, turn my stream on and yell at you guys and have some company than it is to be alone in my brain. So on nights where I'd rather not be alone in my brain, and if I don't want to self-medicate, it's just a lot easier to turn the stream on and talk to people. Which is what I've been opting to do a lot of the time. Just turn the stream on and talk to people. That has to be a bomb. Darn. It's just a hell of a lot more healthy of a space for me to be in. A lot of the time. Especially late at night. And I've been dealing with a little bit of insomnia recently. Like, not super bad insomnia by any stretch. Like, I'd be mischaracterizing it if I said it was really bad, but it's certainly enough that it's annoying. God. How many more do I have left? Kind of a few more. That being said, we streamed for 3 hours and 30 minutes. I got a good number of puzzles left here. And they're getting a little harder now. I think I'm gonna call it. I wasn't expecting that to fully close the game, but I think I'm gonna call it for this evening. Because I should just kind of cool down and spend some time to myself and then head back to sleep. Besides, I think there might be a Dwarf Fortress update in a couple of hours. I'll just read this line of text. At a summer job during your student years when you're studying in a corridor, it was free over the summer. You couldn't get any job over summer break, and you had enough money to just sleep around until 6 in the morning and the mid-afternoon, and then a couple of hours of sleep rhythm does fit into modern life. No, it does. Well, modern working life when you have an employer, yes, does not fit. I agree. Anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to call it because I need to wind down a little bit, methinks. And